Good evening. My name is Mackenzie Maidock, and I am the VSA Programs Coordinator in the Kennedy Center's Office of VSA and Accessibility. This performance is being presented by VSA, a program of the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts. Tonight's performance is the culmination of a year-long process of identifying and selecting gifted middle and high school student playwrights from all over the country. VSA founder, Ambassador Jean Kennedy Smith, created the Playwright Discovery Program 29 years ago, and over the years, the program has nurtured many young playwrights while encouraging them to use their art form to explore the disability experience. Tonight, you will see short excerpts from 3 of the 7 winning scripts. We also want to take a few moments between the excerpts to tell you about the 4 young playwrights and their scripts that have been workshopped during the last few days. And now, I'd like to introduce our MCs for the evening, Dawn Ursula and Heather Haney.
Good evening. Cal Sheridan Not Suffering by young playwright Cal Sheridan seems at first a simple monologue. A young man with unspecified disabilities directly confronts his audience about their presumptions about people with disabilities. However, we learn that the character of Cal is unsure of how best to communicate his message without being angry and thus self-defeating. Ultimately, this perceptive and sophisticated play directly assaults our stereotypes about people visibly living with disabilities, urging us to challenge ourselves even in the face of discomfort. Thank you, Cal, for your insights.
And now, we're pleased to present our first stage reading, a scene from Will Hedgecock's play, Bad Days, the story of a young man struggling with depression. Bad Days by Will Hedgecock. Scene 10. Lights up on Carol's apartment. Daphne, Carol's sister, and Aries, his roommate, are playing a video game on the couch.
No camping. No camping. I am not mad, and you are not kicking my butt. Hey, didn't we agree not to use, hey, no firearms?
Carol and Judith enter. Carol is slightly intoxicated. Judith is drunk. Carol is dressed in a top hat, monocle, and cane. Judith is in an evening dress and opera gloves.
Hey, it's Judith, guys.
Mr. Von Plasterman,
Hey,
please use my proper title. Lady Chesterford, recent CEO of Chesterford Blenders. After the tragic and completely accidental death of my husband, Octavius Chesterford.
Right. Of course, my servants are glad to see you again.
William, what's happened to your accent? Did you mean to imply that you are gathering intel for my rival company, those dense Cuisinart rapscallions?
Why are you British? Are you drunk?
We don't all get accents when we're drunk, Aries.
Hey, I can't help it.
You've never even been to Scotland.
Shut up.
I'm just saying, it's weird.
Hey, do you guys have a toothpick or something? William, why is your staff not in the servants' quarters? I say, this is quite unprofessional.
I do declare. Servants, why are you still in the living room? I demand that you get to nunnery.
Just a second, we're almost done. Dude, you knew Daphne would be here tonight. We called you this morning.
Lady Chesterford, why don't you go freshen up? The facilities are in that direction.
Indeed. I require a powdering room at once to powder my various appendages.
Powdering room. Is that what we're calling the bucket now?
So I guess when you said you went to parties together and pretended to be British, you weren't kidding.
Is this like a regular thing?
They do it all the time.
Could you guys please just get out of here for a while? I mean, can't you both stay at Ethan's house tonight?
Nope. Broke up with him. He was cheating on me.
With who?
Yo,
I can't believe you two.
hey, it is not my fault. I thought his name was Kyle?
Look, just go see a movie or something, and if you're quiet when you come in, Daphne can crash tonight.
Got it. You nail Judith. We go see that new Nicolas Cage movie.
Or we could go see literally anything else.
His last two movies were awesome. Were awful, actually, so this one will be really good.
I find your whole Nicolas Cage movie quality algorithm to be severely lacking.
Okay, now is not the time.
All right, fine. We'll get out of your hair. Oh, I just beat Aries' butt so we can go.
Cheater.
Your restroom certainly is minimalist.
Indeed, I have prepared the furnishings for your arrival.
This whole living arrangement is so very quaint.
Indisputably. Would Lady Chesterford be ready to break character?
Break character! What in heaven's name are you blathering about? I own over 30 blender manufactories throughout Europe alone and will have none of your ridiculous nonsense.
Oh, yes, I see. Oh, please do forgive me. I apologize.
As you should. Kiss my hand. Now, kiss my arm. And now my cheek.
By the way, your prescriptions ready to pick up? Make sure to get them before your next therapy session.
Prescription? Are you on meds?
Yeah, for my back.
Your therapist gave you medication for your back?
It's not. It's anxiety. I have anxiety sometimes. That's it. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, but you need medication for it. That sounds like kind of a big deal, sweetie. I can't deal with a lot. I admit that. So if there's something else here, some kind of crazy that I don't know about, you need to tell me right now.
Well, what would you do if it was bad?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm selfish and I'm weak, but if I ever come home to find you bleeding out the bath or something, I can't do that again.
Again?
If I did that, we would just be two crazy people living together and getting married and having one lonely kid and being miserable together.
It's nothing. My mother is making me go because she's worried about me. It's honestly nothing. I promise.
Okay, I believe you.
Yeah?
I'm going to head home.
Bad days are an unavoidable symptom of the SADS. Usual attire for bad days, sweatpants, pajamas, or anything indicating that you have given up. Any attempt by friends or loved ones to contact you are foolish and unsuccessful. The day will be spent doing nothing productive, Sometimes thinking about how miserable and pointless your life is, but more often than not thinking about nothing at all and only feeling despondent and useless. Be warned, if anyone sees you on a bad day, they will ask how you are. Your best defense is to be polite, causing them to believe that nothing is wrong. Nothing. I'm just tired. If your bad day is constantly interrupted by worriers, ignore them. Or, as you would with a bear, make yourself as small and still as possible. A common strategy is sleeping, or pretending to sleep, or telling intruders that you are sick. Bad days will not happen every day, but they are unpredictable, and you should be prepared. Lights out. Sertraline Lullabies by Ilana Loeb is filled with pauses and silence. We meet two teens waiting in a car outside of a hospital. Inside, a third teen is being held on suicide watch. This very mature play explores the needs we repress, the effects of mental illness on the close friends of those who live with it, and the pain of not knowing how to plan for the future, or if there will be one. Thank you, Ilana, for your perspective.
And now we are pleased to present our second stage reading, A Scene from Broken Bodies by Mickey Liebrecht.
Broken Bodies by Mickey Liebrecht. Scene 5, The Dinner.
A family dinner with my traditionalist mother, my idealistic sister, me, and my ex-girlfriend, who also just happens to be my sister's old best friend and my mother's long-lost, non-blood-related second daughter. Oh yeah, this is gonna go real well.
Well, I still can't believe that Alan found you, Mira, and in this town, of all places.
Well, it's really more of a creepy suburban kingdom than a small town like Gatlin.
Well, regardless, it is still quite the nice surprise. Seeing a friendly face around here, and such a beautiful one at that.
Thanks, Mrs. Hart. Elena, I believe, however, has me beat in the beauty department.
Well, it does not come cheap. She always has to have the newest hair straightener or the brightest makeup. I am guessing that you are like your mother, and you don't use those very often.
No, not really. But, now she does, actually.
Is that so?
Yeah, for her work. Elena, can you pass the salt?
Oh, here, dear. It's better if you just ask Alan or I for something. At least for now. With my new job salary, we may be able to afford a way for Elena to get her here and back. But, well, anyway, just for now, just do it. That way Alan doesn't have to translate. You know, in case Lainey can't read your lips accurately enough. Well, Lainey, what is it?
You know I can read lips, Mom, don't you? She could read what you said.
Well, Elena!
And she doesn't seem to like it.
What?
No, you've had enough. Sit down.
For once, you're not going to look and listen to him. For once, you're going to listen to me and hear what I have to say. I like the way I am, okay? Sure, I don't like having to learn sign language at 12 and being unable to listen to music without maxing out the volume. And yes, I don't like it that I have to constantly read people's lips because they don't know how to speak my language. But if I could do it over again, I would. You hear me? I would. Deaf isn't just what I am anymore. It's who I am. And I don't care what you say or what you think. This is my voice now, and you're going to have to learn to deal with it, because I'm not going anywhere.
You know, she's right. You can't force her to be something she's not.
Here, let me talk to her.
No, thanks, Myra, but she needs me.
No, she doesn't. Your mother does.
What did I say?
Did she really just ask that?
Sweetheart, are you all right?
Yeah. Yeah, Mom. Are you?
I just don't understand why she would do this, why she would not want to get better.
You mean why she would not want to become the normal, materialistic daughter you used to know?
What am I doing wrong?
Well, I know a way that you can find out. Just ask her.
What?
You want to know why she's been so objective toward you and your Cochlear for Anna Foundation? Just ask her.
You don't understand, Ellen. I have tried talking to her about this. Tried to talk to her about what appointments to make and when to make them and how fast we can get it. I mean, she just does not listen to me.
That's because you're making it seem like she doesn't have a choice.
Have a choice? Of course she has a choice. That's why I am trying to talk to her, trying to get her input on when she wants to schedule this and how she wants to schedule it.
No, not in that stuff. Like, she doesn't have a choice in getting the Cochlear at all. Have you even asked her if she wants it?
Alan, do not be speaking to me like
Well,
that.
have you?
Well, of course I have. Why wouldn't she want it? Why would she not want a chance at getting her here and back?
That's not an answer.
I know
Mom.
my daughter.
Well, if that was true, then this wouldn't be happening now, would it? Elena wouldn't be crying, and you wouldn't be fretting, and both of you wouldn't be fighting like cats, and Myra and I wouldn't be here cleaning up the mess.
Don't you dare talk to me like that. You hear?
Am I wrong? Mom, why don't you just ask her if she wants the Cochlear or not?
Because I know it is the right thing to do.
For her? It's the right thing to do for her, right? You have to put yourself aside, Mom. Do what's best for her, and not what's best for you.
Fade into black.
Joanna's Baby by Dimitra Skouras sensitively explores the decision-making process of a young husband and wife who are told that their baby, if carried to term, will be born with severe disabilities and a very short life expectancy. As Joanna and her husband explore what this means, they lean on those that have been in similar circumstances and learn that there are perhaps no wrong choices. Thank you, Dimitra, for your insight.
And now, we're pleased to present our third staged reading, Falling with Grace by Nicole Zimmerer.
Falling with Grace, written by Nicole Zimmerer. Monica and Faye exit.
Unbelievable.
Grace starts to furiously search the drawers.
Second drawer to the left.
Grace finds a half-eaten candy bar.
This changes nothing.
I can't believe your mom hasn't found your hiding spots yet. Grace, this interview?
No, I won't do it. Find someone else.
I don't want to.
You mean you don't have another person to interview?
I don't, but that's not the point. Anyone else wouldn't be as intriguing as you.
I don't care if I'm the most interesting person in the world, complete with a bottle of Dos Equis. My answer is no.
Why not?
Because it's insulting.
Insulting?
Think about it, Audrey. Let's say that I didn't have CP. My life was still the same, except for that fact. Still interested in the same things, still friends with you. Would you still choose me for your scholarship? That's what I thought.
Grace, this would be great. The probability of someone else having the subject of cerebral palsy as the focus of their article is very, very low. This could put me at the front of the pack.
Okay, that makes everything better.
Grace, this could get your story out.
I don't want my story out. I want to be normal.
Normal? Do you know how stupid that sounds?
You don't understand. My mom used to say that I was a fudge ripple in a sea of vanilla. I just want to be vanilla.
It's not as fun as it seems.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't know that, now would I?
People want to see through your eyes, Grace.
Ha! They would be asleep in the first 5 minutes.
Grace, this article could be good for both of us. How can you not see that?
Oh, I'm sorry that I don't want the entire Northwestern Acceptance Board thinking that I'm such a trooper, such an inspiration. I've been called those things all my life.
Well, they're better than the things I want to call you right now. This article would show you as you are. The obstacles you go through every day, the things that people take for granted every day, it will make them think, Grace.
That isn't an article. It's a cross between a sob story and a pity party, and I don't do pity parties.
Oh, you think I don't know that?
I just want people to see me and not the CP.
They do see you.
No. Little kids still stare at me, asking their parents what's wrong. People in the hallways still muddle under their breath. Oh, look how slow that cripple is. Old woman just coming up to me out of the blue, still pray for me in grocery stores. I've accepted that this will probably be what my life is going to be like when I go out in public, but I won't deal with it at home.
You don't have to.
Then don't do the article on me.
The article wouldn't just be about your
disability.
It would be about you as a person. We would talk about your writing. Grace, you are so good at that. One of the best I know.
Who was it that told me I write the most cliche things?
Oh, come on. Would you let that go? I didn't mean it like that.
Still hurt.
Grace, I just need this one thing.
You didn't want to see Monica, did you?
What? Of course I did.
But that's not the main reason you came here, is it?
No.
What's in the bag then? You must have brought something to bribe me with.
Audrey opens her bag to reveal candy.
Am I really that obvious?
Come on, Grace.
I should have known.
Known what?
That you wanted something from me. Maybe that's why you became friends with me.
Oh, so you think that all those years ago, in preschool, in the sandbox, I saw you and I thought to myself, hey, that girl could probably get me into Northwestern where I could get on the fast track to the New York Times. What 5-year-old thinks like that?
With your diabolical mind, I wouldn't put it past you. You have probably been brewing this up from the beginning. You spend all of your time here, buttering up my parents, blinding me to your ways.
You're being impossible.
You're being a selfish
You know what? I don't need this. I can interview someone else.
Good. Go interrogate your grandma.
Maybe I will. She's a lot less bitchy.
That's because she doesn't have to put up with your crap every single day.
Audrey exits. Grace does some hormonal girl things like scream into a pillow and goes to sit down. She falls.
You've got to be kidding me. Are you serious? Are you serious?
Faye and Monica enter.
Oh, dear.
Where's Audrey?
She went home. Our conversation didn't end on a pleasant note.
Grab one side, I'll grab the other.
No!
No?
No, thank you.
Are you comfortable on the ground?
Quite. I mean, it won't do wonders for my spine, but hey, you can't have everything.
You have a sick sense of humor, kid. You know that.
You don't miss a couple of developmental milestones and come out emotionally unscathed. But you do get a kick-ass dose of self-deprecating humor, let me tell you.
Such the drama queen.
Honey, unfortunately, I'm getting really tired of talking to you like this. Do you mind?
Faye and Monica help Grace up.
Dad would have never put me through that.
What?
Dad would have helped me instead of just leaving.
Okay, I'll be in my room.
Monica exits.
First of all, watch your tone, young lady. Second of all, you should do the article.
No,
Why not?
I can't. I just can't. All right?
Oh, honey, shh, shh. It's all right. It's going to be okay.
No, it won't.
Tell me what's wrong.
I'm tired.
You're tired? Did you get enough sleep?
No, I'm not tired.
You're not tired.
Not like that. I'm tired of dealing with this, with my life, my disability.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm tired of the effort I have to put into everything I do. When other people, they do the same things and it's no big deal. Getting out of bed, getting dressed, getting around from place to place.
I know that it takes more energy for you to do stuff, but you have always handled it with such
grace. The thing is, Mom, I don't want to deal with it. I am done. Just for one day, I would like to forget that I'm not normal.
Normal? Normal is so boring.
You keep telling me that, but just for one day, I want to be boring. Why am I the one who has to leave 10 minutes early to get from class to class in the same building? Why am I the one to have all downstairs classes in case of a fire drill? Why am I the one to get stuck in bathrooms?
That was only once, and you had a book.
Not helping.
Okay, I understand. What happened with Audrey?
She didn't understand.
You have known each other for years. I'm sure you will work it out.
I don't know about this time, Mom. It wasn't pretty.
Since when is a spat with you ever pretty?
That's it. I'm done. Lifetime mother-daughter talk is officially over.
Okay, stay. I will behave myself, okay? I promise? I promise.
Audrey just didn't get that I really didn't want to do the article. I didn't want all that attention on my...
Your thing?
Yeah.
It's not like this is anything new to you, honey. People want to hear what you have to say. Your 15 minutes just won't go away.
The only reason they want to interview me is because I'm crippled.
Don't use that word. Sweetie, your disability does not define you.
I know.
There's a lot of things that make you who you are. For one thing, you are smart. Thank God you are smart. Because I don't know what I would do if I just had Bryce in the house.
Are you calling your son dumb?
No, of course not.
Yes, you are.
Bryce knows that his brain isn't his strongest muscle. And your strongest muscle isn't...
My whole entire body.
I wouldn't say that.
Mom, I'm a teenager and I have the back of a menopausal 50-year-old.
I see your point. This interview might be a good thing.
How? How is it a good thing, Mom, other than that it'll look good for Audrey?
It might be a chance to open people's eyes.
That's what Audrey said.
Think about it. Think about it, Grace. There are kids like you who go through the same things, kids who cannot communicate. Maybe you can for them.
All right. All right, I'll think about it.
That's my girl. Feeling better?
Better.
Okay then. Now come on, get you some food. It's almost dinner time anyway.
Faye gets up and goes to the kitchen area.
Can you go get Monica?
Aunt Monica!
That is not what I meant, Grace.
It works.
Monica enters.
What are we having?
Chicken pasta.
How very.
American.
Yes, American. It feels good to be home, I suppose. Well, since I'm staying for a week, I might as well earn my keep. Tomorrow, I'll cook.
You? Cooking?
Yes, me cooking. What's so unbelievable about that?
Oh, nothing. Do pigs fly now too?
Faye, do you hear how your daughter is talking to me? It's bordering on disrespecting of elders.
Bordering is the key word.
You know, Francisco, the counselor, told me.
Wait, he's a counselor?
Yes, counselor.
Like a shrink?
He doesn't like that term, but yes, basically.
He must have had some trouble with your psyche, Aunt Mon.
Good one.
You two are horrible. Anyway, he taught me how to make arroz y polo, chicken and rice. And let me tell you, it is to die for.
Like, we'll die if we eat it?
That sounds great,
Yeah,
Mon.
I'll make it tomorrow.
I'll save some leftovers from tonight.
The doorbell rings.
I'll get it.
She goes to the door and opens it. Audrey is standing in the doorway. The lights dim.
There you are. Sons of Atlantis by Nick Carey is an impressionistic look into the psyche of a young boy living with autism and his surprisingly rich imaginary world. Against this backdrop, we meet the boy's parents who have invited a specialist to their home in order to diagnose their son. This remarkable play reminds us, as great art always does, that the individual human experience is both mysterious and solitary, as well as breathtakingly beautiful. Thank you, Nick, for your perspective.
Please join us now, and everybody come on out from the back and join us as we recognize all of the remarkably talented VSA Playwright Discovery winners for 2013. All right, yes. Thank you so much for joining us this evening here at the Kennedy Center, and good night.